is going on, guys? Welcome to Outside the Brand. This is your first ever AEW Collision review for your Saturday, June 17th, 2023. I'm your host, Phil, and of course, this is Outside the Brand. Thank you so much for joining us right here on your Saturday evenings, wherever you may be. That's going to be so nice to say. Holy shit. Uh, this was such a great show from top to bottom. I thought this show was very well paced. I thought the action of tonight's show was absolutely fantastic. And honestly, just the atmosphere and the flow and the way things were presented and the way just things felt. This felt nice to have a great night of pro wrestling on a Saturday night. The atmosphere and the way things were just presented for this show was just top notch. It was top notch, and it was honestly the shot in the arm that AEW has needed. Business is about to pick up. This was exactly what AEW needed. How do you guys feel?
Thought it was a good show. I'm glad to see Pepsi Phil back.
Yeah, man. I think you said it. Kind of said it all. I think you kind of said it
What?
all, man.
Yeah.
It was damn shit.
I loved every single second of it, man. From the CM Punk promo that kicked it off to the main event, which they minimalized. They didn't totally minimalize CM Punk's involvement in the match, but then they conserved his minutes. They wanted to keep. They wanted to make sure that he was going to be able to get through the motions of the match, his first match back in 9 months. How do you guys feel about the usage of CM Punk, not only because of that first promo, which legitimately set the stage for what the rest of the show would become, but the main event overall, guys? I thought it was a very well-constructed main event. Punk did his thing, got the win in his hometown, and was able to go home happy.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good show. It's good to see how Pepsi Phil, the other Phil.
Yeah,
It's good to see the other Phil back.
yeah. It was really cool. I we'll talk about it more when we get to the main event. But like for
Right.
me, I was only and when I say let down, it was just because there was that it felt like they needed to like music, or hell, God forbid, maybe we all got worked and they hit Carry On Wayward Son and the fucking center explodes. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
I felt like there was just missing that one little thing. Return happy ending finish. From one would have just made it like that would have made that episode untouchable.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about the commentary of the show? We have Kevin Kelly and Nigel McGuinness being the sole two commentators, and then they brought in Jim Ross for the main event. How do you guys feel about that, man? I mean, I know a lot of stuff was going on when it comes to the commentary tonight. There were some things when it comes to Kelly and McGuinness that it seemed a little bit off to me, but I think it was kind of just first show jitters, and we kind of just got to get used to what this commentary is going to be about. And then with JR added in, it kind of just, I don't know. How do you guys feel about the commentary right now? I think we kind of just got to get used to it.
I think the commentary, for me at least, it was okay.
Well,
Nigel McGuinness is a national treasure.
I was watching
Yeah, I
on the
love
Fight
Nigel.
TV stream, so
Yeah.
like I was watching like that. Whenever it's picture in picture, would get the continuation and not have to. And it was really because normally when you do that, when you have that for Rampage, like they continue the commentary. That commercials overlap the audio from the actual broadcast, and for most of them, they weren't doing commentary during picture-in-picture. Like Nigel and Kevin Kelly were silent every time, and it was so weird. I kept saying it over and over again on the stream. I was like, it's really weird. I don't know what's going on right now. They started doing it for the main event. I was like, okay, now we're back to normal.
That's crazy. They were really silent the whole time.
Yeah, that is kind of wild. But yeah, I think we're kind of just gonna have to get used to it for a little bit. But I thought the commentary did a very well. I thought they did a very good job. I mean, I love Nigel McGuinness on the mic. Nigel McGuinness really does bring a different type of atmosphere when it comes to commentary. And I just thought this whole show, from top to bottom, when it comes to like the presentation and the way things were going about it, from the flow of things and just the standpoint of it being the first ever episode of Collision.
Yeah.
This was just a really good show. Like I really don't have an issue when it comes to like the flow of anything.
Yeah, this is kind of related, but kind of unrelated. Shout out to the TTP crew. They were there for the show.
Yes.
I know my girl Erica got a picture with CM Punk, and she even noticed his sign. He even noticed her sign. So
yeah, he mentioned it on air, which is awesome. I loved it, man.
I just know she's like screaming right now. So shout out to her. Shout out to the TTP crew.
That was awesome. That was awesome. Shout out to Johnny, Marissa, Erica for being there tonight. I will definitely be at an AEW Collision. The Collision that comes here in Hartford, I will officially be there. And that's going to be just a fantastic, fantastic atmosphere. I just love the look of everything, man. I thought the presentation of it all was awesome.
I love they changed the ropes.
Yeah. People were really upset about the stage setup. Guys, I don't know what the hell you were expecting. I really don't. Just enjoy the show for what it was. I thought the stage looked pretty cool. And honestly,
what was there to be upset about? It looked so
I
good.
know. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand what people were really like kind of expecting. It looked like the Dynamite stage mixed in with a little bit of something different with like the raised ramp. What's wrong with it? The commentary table was actually at ringside.
It looked like the Dynamite stage with just a slight difference, just enough to make it.
Yes. Yeah. The commentary was at ringside, which I thought was a really cool kind of thing, because we really don't get the commentary near the ringside area, which is awesome to see. So I don't know if that's just like a different feel for the commentary for Collision compared to Dynamite, but if it is, that's cool. I like that. I like that little bit of a change, and we'll see other things go on when it comes to the presentation of Collision. But yeah. This is cool.
Yeah, the presentation looked dope. I like the red ropes.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So, guys, we're going to talk all things Collision tonight. If you guys like what you hear so far, make sure to hit the like button. Turn on the bell for all notifications. That way you never miss when we go live. We will be live every single Saturday unless I'm out. So, you guys will be seeing Collision reviews from now on. That's going to be added into the calendar, and it's going to be a great thing to see. If I'm out, of course, then I'll just do a review for tomorrow, for Sundays. But regardless, you will be seeing Collision shows for the review right here on OTB. And yeah, it's going to be really, really fun to cover this type of show, guys. So follow us on social media. All the TikTok links are down in the description below. You guys can follow me on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at PhillyMatt_. Weaver, Deontay, plug your stuff. Let's get it going.
Okay, well, if you don't know already, you can follow me on TikTok at NBA Teo2 or NBA TikTok Person. That's my other page. You can follow me on Twitter at DM9306 or Instagram at Deontay_15. I'm also sponsored by W Energy. So if you use my code NBATAE, that's NBATAE at W.GG, you get 10% off your order. Not only that, I'm a WWE Shop affiliate. Use my link. I put it in my bio and my TikTok. So use my link, buy some stuff, and help me out.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Team Weaver TV thing. I'm really easy to get on.
All right. So, guys, yes, CM Punk is gonna save wrestling. What's up, Tommy? How are you, brother? We started off the show with the opening intro, the Elton John song, "Saturday Night's Alright for Fighting," with the actual video of the opener for Collision. It just fits so well. I loved
I was kind of iffy about it because Elton John song, but now it's kind of
I loved it, man. I thought it was great. I thought it was a great feel for the show. We had the opening intro, and then we get into the arena with a huge pyro, and Kevin Kelly and Nigel McGuinness welcoming us to the show, and the fans are chanting for CM Punk immediately. The ropes are red, giving homage to the old WCW Nitro feel. And it was legitimately just an awesome presentation for what was going to be a great show. Punk's music hits, and there's a huge ovation as the building looks legitimately packed up to the rafters, man. The arena, I love the United Center as a whole, but this show was packed. I don't know how many people were there, but man, was this show packed.
CM Punk has done it again.
Dude, this show. Whether you like him or whether you don't, Punk brings butts to seats. Punk puts butts into seat. And you can't deny that type of a power when it comes to draw. I don't care who you are. I really don't care who you are, whether you like him or whether you don't. You can't deny that power.
Yeah, he is a draw. And I'm one of the people who don't hate CM Punk. I mean, I'm still it's a love-hate thing between me and CM Punk. Because I'm a Jeff Hardy fan.
It's the one thing you can always count on with Punk. The one thing you can always count on with Punk is that he's going to say it's going to make you feel some sort of way every time.
Exactly.
And he did it again. He's been gone. Just to come out and make everybody feel some sort of way.
Right.
Whether it was a good way or a bad way, because I know something about the fact that he's here. Just said, love him, hate him, he doesn't care. Yeah.
I legitimately know some people tonight that weren't giving the show a chance. They weren't even going to watch it just based on CM Punk's involvement of the show. And listen, that's their prerogative. Whatever happens to them and their just style of whatever they want to watch, I can't force them to do anything, right? But I do feel like that's kind of a wild statement or situation at hand because of one person who's just not going to watch the whole show. But at the end of the day, like I said, that's their thing. And they missed a damn good show because of it. But, It is what it is. So out comes CM Punk with a shaved head, shoes around his neck. Dasha announced CM Punk to the crowd, and he steps onto the entrance ramp and just absorbs the fans chanting his name. He enters the ring with a big red bag and in hand and walks around the ring pointing to the fans, and he was just given a microphone. He is about to speak in front of all of those fans inside the United Center. Punk chance continues as he has the microphone in hand and is trying to talk. He says, "I don't know if you guys heard, but he is tired of being nice. He's been gone 10 months with a torn triceps. He said this is a business of grown-ups and not a popularity contest. He says that he wants to talk about his past. He says, if he told a younger him, if he would sell out buildings, he would have never believed it. He said he's tired of being nice. He got here riding the waves of the smart wrestling fans, and he said he loves the fans and they love him. He said that he could not have done this without all of the fans, and he said that he is there. There are some that hate him, and there's a reason for fans to be booed. He says his near presence is what makes people uncomfortable at times, but that's because he is the truth, and sometimes the truth hurts. The fans begin to chant All Elite. He points to different signs in the crowd. He says that you can boo me, or you can hate him, or you can call him whatever you want. Boo him or cheer him. He said you can call him Phil Bill, full counter fit pills. He then said the king is back, and he has a lot of things to get off his chest. He starts to laugh a bit as the fans continue to cheer him. He asked Chicago, why would he change? He will always speak the truth and never compromise. He said that there are people who think that they are owed an apology. He said that he has grown to be the bigger man. He said he's sorry that the guys are bigger than the wrestlers that you like. And to ask him when he is telling lies as the fans cheer his name. He has the big red bag that contains what he said is his, and it's his, and whoever beats him can have it, but until that happens, this is his. He said until there is someone that can fill his boots, they belong on his feet and tell him when he is telling lies. Punk's music hits. He walks out of the ring, the red bag, and with the red bag, and the fans chant his name. He looks at the camera and says that he didn't come to AEW to be a star, because he is the star. And Pipe bomb reignited. That's all I have to say. There were some errors in that promo in terms of the wording and everything like that. But at the end of the day, Pipe bomb reignited. He's here to make a statement, y'all. Whether you like him or whether you don't, you don't have to like him. You don't have to hate him. At the end of the day, that's just who he's going to be.
This man really called the Bucks counterfeit Bucks. That was hilarious.
Yes. Listen, he's gonna make you feel something, just like Weaver said.
Also, what was in that red bag? It was the AEW title.
The AEW World Title, right?
That was in that red bag.
Yes.
Well, we don't know. We don't know if
he never lost the AEW World Title.
Never lost the AEW World Title. He thinks that this is still his because he never lost it. Who's here to really say otherwise?
I'm just saying, because there's somebody else that's been requesting a bag from CM Punk.
Oh, Kenta. Yeah, we know. It's Kenta.
Tony Khan.
For sure.
For the last, I think Punk just decided to bring the bag to the show with him in case he decided to show up. He didn't. Kenta didn't show up.
Nope.
But I think he might.
But Kenta's showing up. I fully believe we're gonna get Kenta and Punk at Forbidden Door. But man, It can mean a lot of things. You know,
Do you think
AEW
they'll
World
wait?
Title.
Because okay, with
Go ahead.
with all the talk now about like Khan saying that like this is a defined brand split right now between Collision and Dynamite. Do you think that Punk shows up Wednesday?
If the
on
Elite are
Dynamite?
there, no.
That's where it's set up for, or do you think they wait
Well, Tony Khan
until
never actually said
that's all
that
we
there's
get?
a brand split. Tony Khan never actually said publicly that there is going to be a brand split. So could he show up on Wednesday? Yes, he can.
Will he? If the Bucks and Kenny are there, he's not showing up.
Right. Well, he said so. What he said right now was there's no defined rosters for each brand, but he's open to it in the future.
Yes, I know that, but I'm just saying. Right now, he said that there has been no
That's why I say,
definitive
like-
brand split. So could he show up on Wednesday? Yes, but will he?
Right.
It all depends on how things go about it.
That's what
Honestly,
I'm saying. Like,
I would just keep Collision.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so we're gonna one with 24 hours for them to build Punk versus Canada. Just they're gonna set it up 24 hours before the match.
Dude, all of these matches are just dream matches. There's no real story behind them.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to just do Kenta and CM Punk for AEW Forbidden Door, I mean, I know there's some stories. I understand that there are stories. Yes. But if you just wanted to do, but if you wanted just to put Kenta and Punk together because of the 1 week, you can do that. Not a lot of these matches have stories. I'll say, not a lot. There are some, but not a lot of them.
It's a lot of contention, but not just from AEW, like not building stories to like matches, and so I'm fine with it be like them just setting it up the night before, having it have 7 days, and we're done. I'm fine with that. I just posing the question to. So.
Yeah, no, I know. And it's just that, Forbidden Door, I mean, stories are there. Trust me. I know some of the matches definitely do have story, but, I mean, to the people that's just saying, like, oh, yeah, there's no stories involved with any of this, you're just not looking far enough. But at the end of the day, if they were just going to do Kenta and Punk just 1 week before Forbidden Door, they're most likely going to do that. So, but I thought this was a great pipe bomb made by CM Punk. He is back. He has scores to settle here, people. Whether you like him or whether you don't, you're gonna feel something when Punk is on that television screen. So, be prepared, y'all. It's gonna happen. We started off with the first match of AEW Collision being for the TNT Championship. And what did I say? What did I say, Deontay? I had a feeling that Luchasaurus is going to come out on top and become the new TNT champion because...
You said it wrong, Phil. It is the hot potato title. You said it wrong.
It's the TNT Championship. I'm not calling him that. But
that's basically what it is.
Listen, everybody can have their opinion on this championship, but
for a while now.
Well, yeah. Well, this was the longest they went without it. The hot potato thing. But he had it for like a month, I want to say. A month or two. But he still lost it like fairly.
It wasn't an immediate change like it was last time, but so it's fine.
Yeah,
also, he didn't lose it clean. He lost it because of interference from Christian hitting Wardlow with that camera.
And then,
So,
which most likely will lead to
when there's shenanigans that, I'm willing to let a win slide. So
He'll get a rematch.
I'm gonna
Of
let it
course he'll
slide
have to
because
get
it's
a rematch. But at the end of the day,
I'm
it's
gonna
going
let
to
it
be
slide because
Luchasaurus'
it's
title.
I'm gonna let it slide because it's Luchasaurus. I like Luchasaurus. Also, Christian thinks he's the TNT champion because he wouldn't even let Luchasaurus get the death title.
Yeah, I know. Right now it says on the TNT Championship Wikipedia page that Christian Cage is the TNT champion, but Luchasaurus won the damn title. So,
which
they're gonna have to figure
that's
that shit out.
exactly where I think we're about to go. Honestly, I think come Wednesday night, I think on Wednesday you're gonna have Christian and Luchasaurus come out of pro, and Christian is just gonna tell Luchasaurus to lay down, do the whole finger poke of doom or whatever, lay down for him, so that Christian can. So this is Christian's way of getting the TNT title.
Mm.
And you want to know what he'll do in order to just be even more of a goddamn prick? You want to know what he'll do to be more of a goddamn prick? This man is going to be wearing a turtleneck the entire fucking time. This man is going to be wearing that goddamn turtleneck in the middle of summer the whole time, man. He's such a goddamn asshole, and I love it.
He's gonna
absolutely love it.
Change the name of the title, definition of TNT. He's gonna start calling. He's gonna start calling it the title. I guarantee you.
The turtleneck title, man. TNT. Turtleneck title. That's it.
Who wears a turtleneck in the middle of summer? Like,
he's such a dick, man. I love it.
Christian Cage.
He's such a dick.
he's an odd individual. He is an odd individual.
He's such a dick, and I love it. But this was good. This was a good match. You know, Wardlow and Luchasaurus, they killed it out there tonight. We have a new TNT champion in Luchasaurus, but it's going to be Christian Cage most likely in the end. And Christian,
if they just hand over that title, I'm gonna be so upset.
I'm willing to bet something's happening on Wednesday because I mean,
because if they do just hand over the title, they should just have Christian win at Double or Nothing. Whatever.
Yeah, but you know, we'll see how it all goes down.
That's 100% the point of Christian, the TNT champion, is that he did nothing to earn it.
Yeah. And you know what? He'll rule with the TNT Championship with like an iron fist. He is like he will be a champion for the TNT Championship.
Because what he'll do is he'll have Luchasaurus beat up his opponents.
Yeah, he'll be a longer TNT champion than what we realize.
Until Scorpio's
back. I hope so.
He'll have a longer TNT Championship than what we realize.
I hope so. Someone needs to hold it for at least longer than a month here.
Which is with Luchasaurus by Christian's side. I mean,
it's gonna be.
I think it's gonna be fine.
Which also, that's gonna be the greatest part of it. After what, a year of everyone complaining about the TNT title getting hot potatoed to champion through like Wardlow and Hobbs and all, and then Christian Cage does nothing, has it handed to him by Luchasaurus, and keeps it for like a year straight.
Yeah, he's gonna be
the guy that everyone hates the most. is the one that gives you what you've been asking for.
Yeah, he's gonna be a champ for a while, and people hate him, and I love it, man.
I love Christian. I like Christian. He's a dick.
He's a dick, and I love it.
The man wrestles in a turtleneck. He's a menace to society.
He's great. So Wardlow, Okay, so Luchasaurus grabs Wardlow's neck as Wardlow tries to come back, but is met with a huge elbow to the face. Wardlow then comes back and nails Lucha with a huge forearm. Wardlow then picks up Luchasaurus and drops him with a huge power bomb. Christian has a chair in hand as Wardlow has his back turned. He is calling for another power bomb, but Wardlow picks up Luchasaurus and drops Wardlow. And drops Wardlow? No. He drops Luchasaurus. I don't know why the fuck these are messed up here. And then slam him down to attempt for a pin, but Wardlow kicks out at the count of 2. Wardlow then picks up Lucha for a power slam. Wardlow goes to the top rope and lands a huge swanton on Luchasaurus. Christian is back up on the apron. Lucha is up, but is a step ahead. Christian then grabs a camera from the photographer at ringside, and while the referee is distracted, he nails Wardlow in the head with it. Luchasaurus covers Wardlow 1, 2, 3, and he is now the new TNT champion, or so we think. Until Wednesday night, where something happens, because it's going to be Christian's title at the end of the day, and we're going to be seeing whatever happens with that. So, Lucha has Christian on his shoulders as they celebrate with the TNT Championship. So, yeah, something's happening, and I can't wait to see what happens on Wednesday, because people are going to be so pissed when Christian's going to be rewarded that title for doing absolutely nothing.
They should be a good champion.
So, we'll see. We had Lexi Nair backstage at Powerhouse Hobbs and QT Marshall. QT says that Hobbs doesn't share the spotlight and will win the Owen Hart Cup tournament. Hobbs says that he is the new face of TNT and winning the tournament, and he is going to be winning the tournament, and he'll take what is his. So, Powerhouse Hobbs declared for the tournament. Declaring for the tournament's fine. I don't mind, declaring your spot in the tournament, but I do kind of want to see like an actual full bracket of announcements to set, and maybe we'll just get that. But
last year when they did it, they had people compete to get into the tournament.
To get into it, right?
Yeah.
And now we're just declaring for it, and I think we're getting the full list of people or the bracket shown
we've got
Forbidden Door, from what I can hear.
Maybe.
See?
Probably.
Really?
So,
and like, you gotta think. Look at how WWE has done like the Rumble and Money in the Bank. One year they're qualifying for it. Next year it's just a declaration from some people in a segment.
Right. Yeah.
When it comes to these, like, especially like this tournament is. I think we do better as far as like stakes for the tournament. As far as like, I'm thinking obviously the winner of the tournament gets a trophy and all that stuff, gets their name on it, and then like they'll get like the commemorative belt.
Right.
But I'm thinking, I remember Cole actually leveraged that into any title shot.
No.
I think Britt did.
No. None of them did. None of them did.
Going forward, I feel like they could.
Britt or Adam Cole didn't get any title shot.
Leverage. Hey, I won this whole tournament.
Yeah. Britt or Adam Cole didn't get any title shot.
I thought I could have.
They just won those titles
Right.
that
No,
really
I
meant
don't
nothing.
think they got anything as a reward, outright a reward. But
No,
Britt was the
they
only
didn't.
one to be like, I should be the next one to get a title at because I won the Owen.
Yeah, no, they didn't. They just won those titles that really didn't mean anything.
But I
and
feel
got
like
those
that's the way
trophies.
to go.
They need to put more stakes on the tournament. They definitely need to. Like whoever wins this tournament needs.
Well, I think that's
something
where they
else.
were going with. I think that's where they were going with his statement of him saying that he's going to win the tournament and get what's his. I think it's going to be. I think they're going to kind of treat it like the Face of the Revolution ladder match that they do every year, and just like the winner of the Owen gets like either a TNT title shot or some. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be a
give
shot
them
at
something.
the world.
Just give them something.
title.
Or what they could
Don't
do
give them
was-
just a meaningless championship
Yeah.
that you can't defend. Just give them something. Because
Well,
listen, this is the second. This is the
championship
second annual.
isn't meaningless. It's commemorative.
It's a commemorative title, yes, but at the end of the day, you can't defend it. It's just something you wear around your waist. It's just a prop. It's just a prop. That's the only reason
it goes
why
in their
it's
house.
meaningless.
They hang it up. It's
It's a prop for television
It goes
purposes.
in their house. It's never seen again.
It's a prop for television purposes, unless if you bring it to you, bring it with you. But at the end of the day, you need something for this tournament. This is the second annual tournament. You gotta give them something else. The title and the commemorative trophies are fine, but you need to make it mean something. So give him a TNT title shot. Give him
I could see it going
a world title
either
shot.
one of two.
I don't care.
I could see it going either way. I'm fine with them putting stakes on the tournament, but at the same time, if it's a matter of either put stakes on it now, but if they don't do it this year, then I would just not put stakes on it. Just make it a tournament about honoring Owen Hart's legacy. The winner getting that belt, that's just bragging rights saying I won a tournament out of however many people they put in the, you know what I mean? However many seeds they put in the bracket. Let that be they just get to brag about winning a tournament for a few weeks.
That's basically what they did the first time.
If you wait too long,
Trophy and stuff.
I know. But that's what I'm saying. Like, don't make it be a thing where don't even have people cutting promos talking about I'm gonna win this and then get back what's mine. Just, you know what I mean? Just, you can say you're gonna win the tournament, but don't make it about. I would just don't even bring up stakes after this. Just let it be its own thing.
Yeah.
I'm fine going either way, but they have to pick a lane. Is what I'm
Pick a
saying.
lane and stick to it. If you're gonna have stakes, make it have stakes. If not, then keep it the way it is. But yeah, this was cool though. Powerhouse Hobbs is in the tournament. We'll see how many people are in the tournament because I think how many people were in the last Owen Hart Cup?
I think they were
8?
like 8 or 16.
I gotta check. All right, let me see. All right, tournament 2022. Yeah, there were 8. Wait, no. Wait, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Jesus. There were 16. There were 16. So, yeah, there were 16. So, we'll see.
Oh,
We'll see.
last
There-
women, they had an American bracket and then like a Japanese bracket. last year. That's, I think. Oh, never mind. I didn't scroll down far enough. That's what it was. Like Rio and Yuka Sakazaki, and I'm like, wait, these were all the ones they did in Japan. But yeah, there was a lot. There was at least 16.
There were six. There was about 16 in each tournament. So we'll see what happens. 2 people declared tonight that were Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks. So We'll see where things go. But yeah, if you're gonna have stakes, put stakes in it, and put stakes in it for both tournaments, not just one or the other. But if you're not gonna do that, then just keep it the way it is. But I do want to see them build upon this thing, though. I don't want it to just be stagnant and just, just bare bones. I want this to be built upon. So, we come back from commercial break. They recapped the TNT title change, but we got right into the next contest, which was Andrade El Idolo versus Buddy Matthews. For some reason, I heard Dasha say Murphy, but it's Matthews. He didn't get a say
Murphy. Can y'all believe it? But we had Charlotte versus Rhea on AEW.
She said Buddy Murphy, but it is Matthews. He got his name back for one night and one night only, but it's Buddy Matthews. It's all right, Dasha. We still love you. I heard her say Murphy, and I'm like, wait, what?
I thought I misheard her. I thought it was I thought something happened, like the microphone cut out or something, and I was like, no, she because right after that, I think Kevin Kelly said Matthews, and I was like, oh, she definitely messed up.
Yeah, she said Murphy. But this was fantastic. I could legitimately watch these two all night long, and match after match after match. Like, just give these two in a ring together.
I'm still trying to find out.
They're just great.
There, like there's anything we need to be worried about, because several times, but I haven't seen any yet. Of course, Sean Ross Sapp isn't posting anything right now because he's acting on the live read. There, he's probably just saying, giving up. We're gonna say, but hopefully both of those guys injury were. That was a hell of a match.
These two killed it. Absolutely killed it. Like I said,
did you see the back elbow that he did?
I can watch these two all night, bro. I really could. Mm-hmm. The everything about these two, they were stiff.
Also,
they were hard hitting. Fantastic stuff.
I love the homage that they paid to the significant others. Andrade did the figure 8, and Buddy Matthews did this submission hold that Rhea always does. She grabs her leg.
The prism trap. Yeah.
Yeah, that.
It was nice. It was nice to see. So Matthews
I am really hoping 100%. I'm hoping that this leads to LFI versus Dark Order or versus House of Black in a House of Black the House Rules match. Yeah. Because I really want to see Andrade, Roosh, and Preston Vance against House of Black, and I really want to know what their stipulation is going to be, because that match is going to hum.
I would love to see it, but
as Sean Ross Sapp would say.
I mean, I would love to see it, but at the end of the day, if you're gonna put the titles on the line, that's tricky. That's tricky because I would not want LFI to lose, especially with Andrade just coming back, and obviously the House of Black just should not be losing those titles right now. So, those house rules matches are for the titles.
It comes down to the stipulation. Right. No, I think it just comes down to like what their the loss comes from the stipulation. You know what I mean? Being match goes to like crazy shenanigans that causes Black to reign. They could easily just advance to Brody King, and I'd be fine with it. But I don't know, man. I think that's where we need to go, and because I don't see who's coming for House of Black next, except now LFI. Because that seems like what they were setting up. So.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not mad at the matchup. I think that matchup would absolutely just be a banger every single time. I mean, like I said, give me Andrade and Buddy Matthews in a ring together for all of my existence, and I can be fine with that. I just want these two groups to actually be presented in the right light and just not be totally. I mean, I'm not saying buried, but I don't want these two groups to lose, especially on Andrade's comeback, man, because Andrade just being back on AEW television is what I like to see. Okay, I just want to keep him here, and I want him to stay on television because the man was sorely missed on television, and the guy deserves to be shown in front of the world. Just keep him here, man. We just need to keep him here. This is great. This is a great showing. Both men. Andrade won his comeback match. This is just really, really good. So both men are down at this point. Andrade has Matthews, but Andrade is dropped at a huge DDT. Matthews covers Andrade, but he kicks out at the count of 2. Matthews then goes to the top rope, but Andrade hits him, and Andrade attempts a suplex, but falls. Matthews then kicks Andrade twice in the face, but his knees give out. Andrade then comes back and kicks Matthews in the face, but he comes back with a huge knee on Andrade to cover him 1-2 and a kick out at the count of 2. The fans begin to chant, "This is awesome." Matthews has Andrade locked up. Andrade comes back with a figure 4 as Matthews attempts to get to the ropes, but Andrade turns it into the figure 8, and Matthews taps out and submits, and Andrade picks up the win on AEW Collision. After the match, Andrade goes to help him up, but Matthews pushes him away. Andrade then puts his hands out for a handshake, but the lights go out. We come back on to see everybody from the House of Black surrounding Andrade, and Andrade with a huge lariat, but Black looks down, and the lights go out after a huge beatdown from the 3 members of House of Black. And that was it. The House of Black attack Andrade to end that segment. And it looks like, man, from what you're saying, if it is true, LFI versus HOB, Trios title on the line, we could be seeing that very soon.
I'm not against it.
Yep.
I ain't against it. It would be a dope ass match too.
My question would be, if let's just hypothetically, we get this match, and it's house rules. What stipulation? What do you think that Andrade would come up with for a stipulation that might help them win or try to psychologically mess with House of Black?
I got no idea. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that they can do with these two trios because these two teams are just they're incredible athletes in themselves, but at the end of the day, they're just great professional wrestlers. So the way they go about it, I got no clue. But I'm not taking those titles off of House of Black anytime soon. But I don't want I don't want LFI to just come back on television as a full unit and just, people to lose.
Yeah.
Because they're finally back,
Right. I'm trying to think of some sort of rule, like lucha wrestling goes, like Mexican style wrestling that they might try to use. I'm not coming up with anything. I might do a little bit more research and see if I can't find something.
What was that?
I'm sure there's something. But
I know there was a house rules match with, I think it was I know AR Fox was in the trio, but there was this whole ruling where it just had to be one person from each team in the ring at one time, and there was no need for tags to be happening within the matchup. I know one time.
Well, I was gonna say that's
that one
traditional. Match. That's just traditional lucha. That's traditional rules.
Yeah.
As long as
whatever
match
that was a fantastic
out of the ring, you don't have to tag in. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a fantastic way to go about it. I mean, a lot of people were probably confused with the way it went down.
They could do that, but
if you didn't.
Yeah. Honestly, be honest with you, depending on how long they take to build this match up, I wouldn't hate it if we saw, because I can't honestly, I'm racking my brain. I don't think I've ever seen one before. I would love to see a 6-man strap match. Where each of the 3 members of each team are all strapped together.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go dog collar with it because we've already seen a couple of dog collar matches now. But a strap match is just different enough. And then just the idea of Preston Vance and Brody King being strapped together and just absolutely beating the shit out of each other with a leather strap for 30 minutes.
I mean, that would be kind of hilarious. That honestly kind of brings me back to when FTR and the Briscoes, they had one. It was in one of their tag team matches where I believe Dax and it was either JR Mark. I'm not too totally keen on what the actual spot was, but they legitimately had a strap. They were strapped together, and they were just beating the shit out of each other with the strap. I mean, obviously, it wasn't a strap match in the tag team match. It was just their craziness just going about it because it was their trio of matches. But, I mean, hell, if you wanted to do a strap match within the trios, I'm not mad at it. Of course, you would have to make it a tornado style because you can't get a long enough strap for that shit, but make it a tornado style strap match for the trios titles. It's kind of cool.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
It would kind of limit though their
I was gonna say, with a strap match there'd be no tagging in there.
Yeah. It would kind of limit though their high flying ability to me, which to me that's what
well with that do is if you want to do that, just strap Rouge to Brody King and have this whole moment just so you can have this of Rouge getting up for a high flying spot and Brody King just being like, nope. And have everyone worry that Rouge died.
If you're going to
that's
have
what I'm saying. Like you have that
have
moment
House of Black and LFI, you want to see high flying big.
Eventually, he wears Brody King down.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yes,
I think it's going to be great.
But that's what I'm saying. Eventually, you find a way for him to get one.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I think it's going to be great regardless. And if you're going to do LFI and HOB, it's going to be really cool to see. We saw a video package featuring Scorpio Skye, who we haven't seen in God knows how long. I'm really hoping Scorpio Skye comes back soon. And obviously with this video package, you're setting that up. So that's going to be great to see. But we come back from commercial break. I love it. We come back from commercial break, and we have an outside shot of the United Center. Toni Nese is in the ring with Mark Sterling, and he says, "Listen, we're taking over Collision. We're putting Collision on a halt, and we are since he is a personal trainer and can't stay in the back watching on the monitor, the most disgusting and fat Chicago people that they are, they're taking over Collision, and they're going to be doing some personal training." So he's telling all the fat slobs in Chicago to get up. Those are not my words; those are his. And he's going to get everybody in shape in personal training. But Miro's music hits to a big ovation from the crowd because he's officially back, and it looks
Miro
like we have Miro's opponent being Nese. The commentary team said that Nese, that Miro had an open contract and Nese was the one to sign it. And Miro is just hyping up the crowd as they cheer for him because, man, Miro being back is so goddamn special. The guy looks great. He looks like he's in great shape. The guy did not miss a single step. This guy is fantastic. I love Miro, man. So good.
Yeah. Glad to see Miro back, It's Miro Day. Glad to see him back.
So good. So good.
Yeah. I
feel like that's all I'm gonna be saying right now is like there's more to it than that, but it was just so good.
Yeah. It's just amazing to see him back. Really is. So Nese climbs to the top rope, but Miro catches him and drops him down. Sterling is up on the ring apron and is hit by Miro. Nese then comes back with a kick to Miro, but it has no effect on him. Miro picks up Nese and just drops him hard onto the mat. Miro then kicks Nese in the face. He stomps on Nese's back, does the game over submission, and Nese taps out. And Miro picks up the win, man, on his first match back. And God knows how long. The guy is back. He is dominant. And it's just great to see him back. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's just great seeing Miro back on television.
Yes, and him defeating Orange Cassidy for the TNT Championship agenda is still on.
Yes. Miro's the guy. Miro is the guy to become the next international champion. Just has to happen. It's the perfect guy to defeat him. Plus, honestly, with this whole hand injury and the injury is the story. That's what people don't understand when it comes to Orange Cassidy. That's That's it. That's your ticket
Well,
right there.
it's the injury, it's the hand injury, but also the other part of the story they've been telling is the fact that Match Cassidy is starting to get frustrated.
Yes.
Like
He
and
is
not frustrated
legitimately
at, like,
winning by
other
any
people. He's
means
frustrated at
necessary at
himself.
this point. He's winning by any means necessary at this
which
point,
is
and he doesn't
going
care what
against
happens.
his entire character.
Yes.
Right.
The
And
hand and the winning by
it's
any
going
means
against
necessary.
everything, like all the sloth and all that stuff. Yeah.
It's right there for the taking.
So I think Miro's really going to finally break it.
Yeah. And he should.
He's literally gonna break that man in half. I feel bad.
He should.
And he
Listen.
wants to.
I also
He's proven
100% would not mind if Cassidy doesn't turn him into a heel, because he hit by Miro, comes back, and he's mad at the fans. He's mad at everyone else because he was doing all the like lackadaisical like soft kicks and the like halfway thumbs up, all that shit, the backpack. He was doing that for the fans. And what did it get him? It damn near got him killed. So.
I personally don't ever see Orange Cassidy being a heel, but honestly, I think that's kind of what would make it work. So who knows? Maybe a heel turn could actually work for him.
Well, I'm saying the idea of like him just like heel Orange Cassidy is just an actual wrestler, and all the things that like Jim Cornette and all these guys are saying about him, how he's lazy and all this shit, like. He stops wearing jeans and all that. Like, he actually comes out in like actual wrestling gimmick and like starts taking things seriously. And it's you know what I mean?
Yeah. So
I can see it working.
You know,
I can see it.
We'll see what happens.
We shall see.
Like, here's the thing, and I'm gonna say this one more time before we move on, because it's the women's tag team match next. Orange Cassidy has proved over like time and time again that the guy can wrestle. Okay, I don't listen to the people that say, "Oh yeah, this guy can't wrestle," because you're just lying. At that point, you're just lying. He's proven time and time again throughout these matches. Whenever he's, opening up Dynamite or just putting the title on the line, or he's in these tag team matches with other people, that this dude can wrestle. Yeah, sure, you might not like his gimmick. Fine. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but he does. But the dude can wrestle. And if he didn't prove it to you over the course of the International Championship reign or the match that he had with Will Ospreay at last year's Forbidden Door, I don't know what you want him to do. I really don't.
Yep.
That's just me.
Well, that's why I'm saying that a heel Orange Cassidy would just flip that switch and be like see, Toni, you want to listen? I could be the guy that you're saying I can't be. And nobody wants damn near got me killed. Now we're gonna do this. This is what you wanted. This is what you wanted me to be. And
if you still hate him at that point, then I just don't know what you want from the guy.
If they still hate him, then what was that word that Dan Bryan used at one time? He said that tip of my tongue. Oh yeah, fickle.
Hey, I understand Orange Cassidy is not everybody's cup of tea, but if you just say he can't wrestle, then that's I don't know what you want him to do. But
honestly, I can easily see a heel Orange Cassidy ending up like having the same, getting the same reaction, the same fans that were like talking about how shitty, like how he can't wrestle and all that stuff. would flip so quickly if he just came out and was like actually in gear and wrestled like an actual wrestler and did all the stuff that, like all the technical stuff that he's so versed in. They would be like, "Oh my God, Orange Cassidy's so good." And I'm like, yeah, no shit. We've been telling you this for
God knows how long. And you just didn't care. Just because the man had his hands in his pockets, you were just so turned off by him. But now that he actually has his hands out of his pockets and are actually doing these moves the way that you want him to do them, now he's your guy.
They don't like him because he's a hands in pocket motions.
Whatever,
Yep.
It is what it is at this point. We then had the women's tag team match next. Toni Storm and Ruby Soho of the Outcasts took on Skye Blue and Willow Nightingale. Skye Blue, this is her hometown in Chicago. She is a Chicago native, so this was really cool to see for her, getting in front of the hometown crowd. This was good. This was a damn good tag team match for the women. This started off the second hour of the show. So instead of the 9:30 time slot like we usually get for the women, they actually got on to the 9 o'clock hour, and they kicked off the second hour of the show, and they did a pretty damn good job of it.
It kicked ass.
They were really good. Skye Blue continues to impress the fuck out of me. I don't care what anybody says. She has improved tremendously since her beginning days of AEW. And
yes, she has.
Nightingale, she's great. And then we all know what Toni and Ruby can do within that ring. So no real complaints out of me when it comes to this tag team match.
No, it was a really good match. Good to see Skye Blue get a win.
It was very, very good.
Also, that
Plus,
finisher was
like I've said now, for like the last couple of months or so, show me a bad woman, and I will show you someone who's not an actual wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Because I have been bad in any way.
And shout out to Skye Blue, because every time I see that Code Red or Code Blue that she calls her finisher, it's such a devastating Code Red that she has turned it into, man. It's so good. It's so good for her. It fits her so well, and she makes that look so good.
It was badass.
It does.
Badass.
Listen, the Amazing Red's proud of you, girl, because you making that move looks so good. Love it, man.
She should be the Amazing Blue.
This is really good. This is really good here. We come back from picture in picture. And Ruby and Toni work on Willow in the corner. Ruby tags in Toni as she has Willow in a headlock submission move. Toni works on Willow with stomps to the back. Toni then has her knee on Willow's neck. Toni then tags in Ruby as she stomps on Willow and then chokes her with the bottom ring rope. Willow then attempts to come back, but Ruby hits her with an elbow and covers her for a pinfall. But Willow kicks out, and we go into a full commercial break. So they did this whole thing throughout the night where they had the picture in picture, and then all of a sudden, after like a few moments of it being in picture in picture, they went to full commercial. I mean, usually, like, sometimes they do that, sometimes they don't. Sometimes that really does kind of take me out of the match, but I mean, they got to do their thing. They got to do the commercial somehow. So, I mean, it's just the way it is. You just gotta, accept it for what it is.
Right.
But we come back from everything. Further down into the match, Skye is able to tag in Willow, who drops Toni with a pump handle. Toni then sends Willow out of the ring. Toni then tags in Ruby, and they're about to spray paint Willow Nightingale. Willow then grabs it and sprays Ruby with it. Skye then drops Toni with a huge code red, code blue maneuver and covers her. 1, 2, 3. It says here that it's a surprise win, but I really didn't think it was a surprise all that often. Mainly because this is Sky Blue. This is in Chicago. They're gonna want to have the babyface to get the big time win here on the first show. This was cool. This is cool for her, and getting the win in front of her mom too was a really nice.
It was also a really fun, like, an actual for the spray paint too was kind of nice.
Yes.
Like having that
cool.
play in, or not just them spray painting Toni Storm's ass before she hits her finisher.
Right. Oh, and by the way, not just wanted to talk about Toni's ass for a second, but that Sweet Cheeks music was devastating. The running hip attack into the corner.
The way she does that shit, it looks like she gives her opponent whiplash.
Oh, it's definitely a whiplash effect, bro. I mean, come on now. But, I mean, the Sweet Cheeks music, that is insane, man.
The Sweet Cheeks music.
That's what she calls it, man. I'm not saying that just to say it. That's what she calls it.
Yeah.
All I know is whoever.
I mean, at least she doesn't call it the stink face.
Hey, look. All I know is whoever is at the receiving end of that move, you are one lucky person.
There were so many yams tonight in this match for no reason.
Yes.
So many.
It was a yam festival.
Wherever my guy Tony Brown is, I know a guy. He loves the yams. Tony Brown. That one's for you, my brother.
It was a yam.
That one's for you.
It was a yam.
That one's for you, Tony Brown.
It was a yam festival, man.
That was for you, Tony. So good. So good. A video package with Ricky Starks entering the Owen Hart Cup tournament was made. He basically just announced himself to be a part of the tournament, so that's cool. And we're back from break, and we see a video package hyping up a match between Jeff Jarrett and Mark Briscoe in a concession stand brawl. Now, I've never seen this. I'll probably just do my research before Wednesday. But we're going to have a concession stand brawl on Dynamite between Mark Briscoe.
So basically,
and
we're going to
Jarrett.
see Jeff Jarrett get a hot dog shoved where the sun don't shine.
We technically we've seen a couple of them because essentially it's just street that happens and it's just a fucking fight. But I remember we've had something like that, like where like Falls Count Anywhere type of deal that I believe I believe Bryan Danielson was involved in it because I for some reason remember him. It may have been him and Moxley
and somebody else.
Because I remember him. Yeah, because I just remember him like something. There was something to do with hot dogs, and it was a whole fucking thing. Like him just throwing hot dogs and like drinks and everything, and then throwing them over the concession stand itself.
I think it was Jericho and Bryan in NXT.
But I gotta figure it out. I'll find something. I'll find something to try to
No, this was
wrap my brain around it.
This was the Planet's champion gimmick that he was doing.
Which was great, by the way. A very underrated gimmick by Bryan Danielson, and I don't care what anybody says. I think that was awesome what he did for that.
He was the Planet's champion.
I loved that gimmick.
Also, stand match or for a concession stand brawl, I believe, because I know Jeff Jarrett. I know I mentioned it about how they did the first one in the Memphis wrestling territory. I think I want to say it's. I think it's Peacock. Don't quote me on that.
If I can find anything, I'll figure it out. But
yeah,
we're gonna be seeing that on Dynamite.
Also, while we're on the topic of this, the fact that everyone has been so pissed off about Jeff Jarrett getting all these tag title matches, and shots at the tag team titles.
He's calling me out here, guys. That's what he's doing.
Building. I'm not calling you out. I'm just saying this is all being built for Jeff Jarrett to build up Mark Briscoe as Eagles.
If Mark Briscoe doesn't win this fucking match, I will be pissed. I'm sorry. I'll be coming here on Wednesday night if Mark Briscoe does not win this match. If Jarrett wins this match, you
good and damn
better
well
be
Mark
prepared.
Briscoe is going to win this.
If Jeff Jarrett wins this match, I'm sorry. I'm coming on here and I'm going to fucking go wild. I don't care. I really don't care. I don't care what you have to say. I don't care what your mother has to say. Jeff Jarrett should not win this fucking match.
Yeah, what the mama do?
I don't care, bro. I really don't care. Respect your mom, respectfully. But I don't give a shit. Jeff Jarrett does not need to win this match.
I mean,
no. Don't play devil's advocate, because I know that's what you love to do.
I will agree with you.
I know you love playing devil's advocate just to get my ass.
I can see a way that they can get to it.
Stop it.
Hey, ooh. I'll leave it alone.
Listen, if Jeff Jarrett wins this match, I don't care. I will go off. And if this is all ploy to just say, oh yeah, well this is just gonna get this is just gonna get Mark Briscoe over more in the end. He's already over as fuck. Okay? He doesn't need to lose this match to get more over. No. And then what happens? They're just gonna get another tag team title opportunity again against FTR, which we just don't need. We don't need this.
I highly doubt they're going to be in contention for tag team titles anytime soon now. They did what they needed to do with that tag team title match.
Which was actually way better than I expected. Which was way better than I expected. But people still hate the overall show. But that's just what it was. But we then had Tony Schiavone in the ring. And he is introducing the Acclaimed. The Acclaimed were making an appearance tonight with Billy Gunn.
Daddy ass.
Caster raps and tells the fans that to tell Billy Gunn Happy Father's Day. And by the way, before we move any further, Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there in the OTB community.
Happy Dad's Day.
It's gonna be Dad's Day. There you go. Schiavone tells Billy he looks marvelous as the fans chant for him. Billy then says tonight is a special night, and he went out and got a new scissors outfit and asked the fans what he thinks. He says that the last few weeks have been stringing on his head. Anthony Bowens alludes to the fact that they may go for the trios titles, which, I mean, they went for the trios titles at at the pay-per-view. They didn't win, but they're still on the mind of trying to become trios champions before Billy Gunn calls it quits. They want to do it. They want to do the first ever Collision scissor. So,
I wonder if we sort of. I'm wondering if we have Acclaimed get so frustrated at Billy Gunn. Like, we're getting really close to Billy Gunn having to like finally hang up his boots, retire, and they've gotten to beat House of Black for these trios titles. So they want one more house rules match, and the stipulation is like, if lose, they can never like they pull a Cody, and they say like, if we lose this one, we can never challenge you again for those belts. Like something
as long as you are a
something
champion,
that really just puts like a final stamp on it.
Do it for as long as you are champion, because I hated the way Cody did that. I hated the way Cody did that, because he legitimately handcuffed himself and pigeoned himself.
No, I mean I'm talking about the Acclaimed. I'm talking about the Acclaimed have to do.
So do it for as long as House of Black are tag team
something. Their stipulation, their stipulation needs to be something that they say without even they just say it. Like Bowens does it, and everyone's like, hey, like I wouldn't even mind if the stipulation was if Billy Gunn just says, hey, we want one more, like House of Black is like turning them down, like saying, we've already beat you, we don't need you, we don't need to fight you anymore, you've already, and Billy Gunn's like, look, one more, we want house rules match, I'm out, I leave.
Yeah.
And that's the retirement thing. So it's like they either have to win or Billy retires. And then I wouldn't mind, honestly, I'd still be fine with the Acclaimed losing that match. And that's just the way that they write Billy Gunn off into the sunset. Because Billy Gunn does not need one more win. You know what I mean?
No.
He's one of those guys, he's done it. He looks so good. He can come out and come back in a year or so when his sons need him for something, or the Acclaimed want to bring as a surprise, whatever. Either way.
So they want to do the first ever Collision scissor. They want to do this in the city the scissor me was born in. So I guess the whole Scissor Me thing was born in Chicago. Maybe that is the thing. I don't know. I didn't, totally correlate that, but maybe it was born here. Bowen says that everyone in Chicago loves the Acclaimed.
I think, because I think the first ever. I think the first time they did I believe.
If it was, then cool. The history buff Tony Khan was doing that kind of a thing. So Shivani joins them in a 4-way scissor, and the fans go crazy for it. Shivani, listen, you passed the vibe check. You passed the vibe check. You passed the vibe check, Tony. Good job.
The way he just got that little old man, that man into the scissor was so good.
Tony Scissorvani, that's his new name now. Tony Scissorvani.
Tony Scissorvani, there you go. So they run down part of the card for AEW Dynamite that happens this Wednesday, and then we get right into the main event, guys. Not really all that, because they did Wednesday's Dynamite card breakdown a little bit. They showed some highlight from a Ring of Honor television taping from this week, and then we got into the main event. So the little Ring of Honor TV taping highlight was kind of cool, but again, I'm so bad. I don't watch Ring of Honor, and I know I probably I don't know if I should or not, because it's just I just don't have the time.
Yes,
so bad,
yes, you
sir.
should. 100%. 100%. Make the time. Make the time. I promise.
I don't have the time to watch it either.
Thursday night Ring of Honor, the new Ring of Honor that they're presenting to you now, it is so good. It is probably.
Are we actually having stories?
I'm willing.
Are we actually having stories, or are we actually having 18 matches
right now
in a random 2-hour match? Like, are we having 18 random matches on the card, or are there actual stories? Because if they're actual stories, fine, I'll check it out.
No, there are actually stories. One of the best stories right now is the fact that Stu Grayson has turned his back on Vince. Right?
Oh, I've heard about that. I heard about that one. I saw that one. He's with the
I
Righteous.
heard about that, but the last time I saw a Ring of Honor card, there were like 18, 19 matches.
Legit story.
So they were just thrown together matches that I felt like 18, 19
That
matches.
That was a one-time
show.
thing. That was a one-time. Yes, that was a one-time thing. That was the night before the pay-per-view, because they taped the Ring of Honor show in town for the pay-per-view, and so they were like, let's give these guys time to do stuff. So I don't know, but most of the episodes are maybe like 5-6 matches tops. So
I could check it out. I just gotta find the time.
So yeah, a lot of them, like we're getting Shibata matches almost every week. We're getting the other thing about the Dark Order versus the Righteous and Stu Grayson thing is this Dark Order is not Dark Order on BTE and on Dynamite. This is a much more seriously, with it be like the whole idea of Stu being the one they're having to go up against. So you don't get a lot of Johnny Hungy and all the dumb shit they were doing before. It's just them telling legitimate by Stu Grayson, who he himself, he is not confused that he's being taken advantage of by Vincent and Dutch.
I'll check it out. I just gotta. It's hard because I don't really get home from work much at a time during the Thursdays.
What I'll do
the Thursday taping.
I will when we get done here, I will give you episodes. I will give you the episodes that you need to watch, those stories. That way you don't have, because it's not, you don't have to go all the way back to episode 1. You can go like 2 or 3 episodes back and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Are they 2-hour shows?
Yes.
They are 2 hours? Okay.
I watch them.
I think so. They don't feel like 2 hours.
They don't feel like 2 hours? Okay. I just... it's just... Okay. I just gotta figure it out, man. Thursdays are really tough for me to watch, to watch pro wrestling. It really is. Because, that's usually the toughest day at work, and I just don't want to watch anything. I just want to go to bed. But, hey... If you're saying it's getting better,
the good thing, the good thing with it, yeah, oh yeah. Well, and I was gonna say that's the thing with this. It's on, so you can literally watch it whenever. So
Yeah. If you're saying it's getting better, then I'll check it out. I just gotta figure it out. But the 6-man tag was our main event, and this was good. This was really good. I really enjoyed myself watching this thing. We had Samoa Joe, Jay White, and Rock Hard Juice Robinson. Guys, I don't know if you realize this or not, but Juice Robinson is rock hard.
If I was with Tony Storm, I'd be rock hard too.
I'm sorry to break that news to you guys, but you got to break the news when you can. Juice Robinson is rock hard.
Well, he's with Tony Storm, so I don't blame him.
Then we had FTR and CM Punk. Return of CM Punk Part 2. This was really good. Really, really good here. I love the way that they flowed this 6-man tag team match. I loved the stat that they brought in when CM Punk and Samoa Joe met inside the ring for the first time. It was like 6,318 days since they've been in the ring together in like a sanctioned capacity. Bro, that's like over 18 years. That was such a crazy stat, but obviously, I mean, that makes a lot of sense considering Punk was gone for 7 years. But yeah, it was insane seeing those two in the ring together. Bullet Club Gold and FTR, they did their thing. This was just a really well-constructed tag team match. Obviously, Punk had his time to get into the match for sure. Punk had his moments in the match. But during the early portions of this match, they were really conserving. Maybe they were conserving Punk's energy. Maybe they were just, keeping him under wraps to get him, just get into the ebb and flow of a match again upon his comeback, because this is his first match in 9 months, 9+ months, I should say. How'd you guys feel about the overall usage of Punk in this match? Because, like I said, it started off pretty slow for Punk, but near the end, they had him do most of that cleanup work.
Well, I mean, he hasn't wrestled in 9 months, so
yeah, I
got to get the ring rust off.
I thought it was kind of. It was honestly that.
It was honestly the best way they could have really done it for him.
Yeah. Yes, it was. I liked the fact that, well, for one, the timing that they chose to put Punk and Joe in the ring together was just absolutely perfect. But then they did it again.
Yep.
And then, of course, that moment in the Coquina clutch, I was sweating my ass off.
Dude, I legitimately thought that was going to be it.
I really
stressed. I really did.
No,
I'm like, are they really doing this?
When they choked out CM Punk, I was like, oh my god, he's not gonna lose.
He's gonna let himself take the loss in this one.
No way he was gonna lose.
I was like, are they really about to do this? And then all of a sudden, well, here's the thing. Cash, during that whole thing, he got out of whatever Rock Hard was doing to him, and he took out Jay White first. He basically just jumped over Punk and Samoa Joe just to get to Jay White, and then Dax broke up the submission. So I'm like, dude, why didn't you just break up the submission and then go to Jay? But it is what it is. I mean, I guess that's just how they writ up in the match. But
he did. They really did take this. As I said, they really did take the scenic route on that one.
He just jumped over Punk and Joe.
Really good. It
was very good.
The assignment. He did not understand it.
He just jumped over Punk and Samoa Joe to get to Jay, and then Dax did the breaking up of
Well,
the submission. So
I think it might have been the fact that Juice Robinson had a hold of Cash Wheeler by the legs,
yes,
holding him out of the ring. But White backs around the. So I think it was just a thing of, oh my God, my tag partner can't breathe. If my tag partner dies right now, I'm not going to say Punk. And it also, in a way, it kind of plays to how close of a friendship these three have.
yes,
that Cash Wheeler was able to look and go, Punk's okay for like 2 more seconds. I can save Dax, and then all 3 of us can get out of it.
Yeah.
So
there was a spot in the match where I don't know if you guys caught this or not, but there was a little bit of a miscue when there was supposed to be a dog pile on a cover, but the referee looked like he was supposed to count to 3, but really hesitated and, just chose to not do a pinfall. There was a little bit of a miscommunication of a breakup for pinfall. I don't know if you guys caught that or not, but I certainly did. It didn't look too well, but they tried to cover it up.
I thought that's.
I didn't catch that.
You didn't catch
my
that?
screen kind of cut out. Probably one of those.
There was one little mishap of a cover that was supposed to be a dog pile on for like the breakup, because those spots in matches all the time where somebody gets shoved into the pinfall that's happening and it breaks it up. It was that kind of a spot, but it was just kind of like a missed timing situation, and the referee like stopped mid count to make sure that the dog pile would be on the cover to break up the pinfall, but he just stopped, and it was just like, all right, where is everybody? It needed to be there, but they covered it up okay. They covered it up okay for what it was supposed to be in the end. But so this match basically took up the last half hour of the show, because we had the women's tag team match that took up a little bit of time. Then the acclaimed segment that took us about to 9:30, and then from 9:30 on was the main event segment, and adding the entrances and everything like that, it took to what we got to 10 o'clock. But this was a really, really good tag team match here. And yeah, this is just a really good way to end the show off. So Jay picks up Punk and drops him for a pinning attempt, but Punk kicks out at the count of 2. Jay then attempts the Blade Runner, but Punk counters it and nails Jay and tags in Cash. Dax drops Jay, and then Cash comes off the rope and drops an elbow on Jay. Punk then follows up for a cover, but Jay covers Jay, but he kicks out the counter too. Jay then rolls to a cover and tags in Joe. And as he and Punk exchange blows, we now have all 6 men in the ring, which is chaos ensuing. Jay and Juice. There it is, Deontay. Jay and Juice.
You mean gin juice?
Gin and Juice. Yes, it's Gin and Juice. And FTR on the floor. In the ring, Joe is choking out CM Punk. FTR is held back by Juice and Jay. Punk is down on the mat, and the fans are chanting his name. People were legitimately thinking the worst when it comes to this. I was thinking the worst. I was like, they're really gonna fucking do this, are they? But then I was like, nah, they can't. They're not gonna have Punk lose his first match back. What are they gonna do here? Dax spears Jay, and then breaks up the hold by Samoa Joe. Juice is tagged in, but Punk elbows Juice. Then Punk picks up Juice and he hits a GTS and covers him. FTR stopped Joe and Jay from getting into the ring. The referee counts to 3, and that is how they pick up the win and CM Punk, along with FTR, pick up the win and end the show in a very, very happy note. And that's how, they celebrate as the show comes to a close. Just a very good six-man tag team match. This show from top to bottom was just great. I loved it all. I don't know if this was just, first show, excitement that I was having. But I hope I had this much excitement every single Saturday night, man, because if it is like this is going to be a fun show for AEW, and it's exactly what we needed for AEW.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thought it was a pretty good show. Excited to see what they do for the next episodes. I hope it doesn't end up like, Rampage, where it was just that one good episode and then it just, wasn't the same since.
They can't flop this, man. They really can't flop this. If they do, then they can't. I have no doubt about the thing.
I don't think they're gonna flop. They're not. I don't think they.
This is the shot in the arm that AEW needs, and if they mess this up,
here's the one thing that is going to from it up. There's one thing they have to do. It's continue to keep this on the show. Now, do not start taping Collision show.
Yes. Don't do that.
If they start taping Collision shows, it's dead in the water.
There's going to be times where there's going to be preempt things. There are.
Oh, but they shouldn't do it. They shouldn't do it every week like they do with fucking.
No, they're not going to do it every week.
Yeah.
There are going to be doing
those
some
are fine.
things.
I'm talking.
There are going to be shows that are going to be.
That's expected.
Preempted.
I'm talking about every week. Would it be?
Oh, yeah. No, this has to be live. This has to be live. This is a great live show. You keep it live. If there's a few preemptings here and there, and something is happening throughout that week that you just need to, get a show on Saturday for, even if it's or something, then fine. Every once in a great while, we don't need this every week. But the live atmosphere was great, and we need to keep that because this crowd was lively throughout the entire show, and that's what we need.
Also, this will be the last time CM Punk is cheered. That man is getting booed in every city he's in now.
I even heard boos tonight, man. Even in Chicago, this wasn't like a full on CM Punk loving crowd.
He's gonna be a heel.
In here.
He's getting booed now. He's gonna get booed in every city he's in. Except Chicago, obviously.
But you know what? I mean, come on. Who didn't expect that? Who doesn't expect that at this point? Yeah. But CM Punk is also the kind of person to where, all right, if I'm getting booed tonight, I'll work the heel style. He is not an idiot.
Well,
yeah, well. People may think he's an idiot, but he is not. He's not an idiot. He'll work the way that the crowd is going to be looking him as.
Yeah.
People may think he's an idiot, but he certainly is not. He's a smart guy.
Yeah. Just say if we really want to be, technical about it, this is exactly how smart Punk is. He managed being one of Marissa's least favorite wrestlers and Chicago being her least favorite place to be. He managed to get Marissa to go to Chicago and watch him wrestle live.
Yeah. 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 Well, we love you, Marissa, but that is true. That is very true.
I was literally just scrolling through Twitter to look for general consensus of the show now that it's been off the air for a couple hours, And like one of the first things I saw was where she was like, I legitimately think she was like, I think Chicago is one of my least favorite places ever. And I'm like, I mean,
I just saw that tweet.
You still went to see the show.
Well, Chicago. Okay. Yeah. Well, listen, she's not totally wrong, but I mean, yeah, you still went.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, she's not totally wrong. But
I'll put it this way: I have never actually been in Chicago for any significant amount of time. I've only ever had to drive through it to get somewhere else, and every time I have to drive through Chicago, I hate it with a passion. It's always the worst part of any road trip.
I've been to Chicago twice in my lifetime. Twice.
I have had the luxury of
I don't want to go back.
Chicago.
I don't want to go back.
I've had the luxury of never going to Chicago, so. Yeah.
I've been there twice in my lifetime.
Also,
I don't want to go back.
Also, I definitely thought that I was crazy earlier, and I didn't want to bring it up because I definitely thought that I was just seeing things. But Punk definitely take that AEW sleeve off the microphone.
Yes, he did.
When he started that promo, and he's like, "I'm tired of being nice," and he just took the shit off.
He did. He did. And I saw a tweet.
Yeah, so far,
I saw a tweet.
I have not seen anything negative about the show so far.
Yeah.
So
how can you say anything about this show being negative? The show from top to bottom.
You know,
was
there
real
are the
good
people
television.
out there that'll do it.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, then that's just their fucking problem. But the show was great, and I can't say I can't say enough good things about this show. If you guys did not see it, go check it out, please. And I'm talking to you, TJ. I know you're probably watching this, motherfucker. You listen, man. You watch the last 5 minutes. Go watch the whole show. Go watch the whole show. But this is great. I loved all of it. Can't wait to see what happens next Saturday. We'll see, and I'll be there when they come to Connecticut, which is going to be I think it's next month. I think they're coming in August, I believe, to CT.
Also, I just love how all the anti-punk people coming up on this debut episode, and after that goes off the air, TNA announced, or Impact announced, that there is now an entire playlist of punk matches from TNA, from the Asylum era of TNA, available on YouTube for free.
I saw that. They did that during the show. That shit was funny as hell.
That is hilarious. Yeah. July 29th is when they come to Connecticut, and Punk is on the promotional poster. So hopefully Punk.
Which promotional poster? Because I'm pretty sure
the
Connecticut one is the one that I'm pretty sure the Connecticut one is one of the ones that Sean Spears has altered now. So make sure it's not the one with all the Sean Spears on it.
I'm on the AEW website.
I'm just giving you a hard time because he's been posted like every single city for Collision. Except for the Chicago one, he has altered the image and put his face on it, and then
that's his promotion stuff. Like that's his Twitter. That's his Instagram. That's his stuff. I'm on the AEW website. They don't do that.
I know. It was just funny because one of the ones that he did where he was using his face, he actually photoshopped his face onto Julia Hart, and it's so fucking funny.
Hilarious. It's hilarious.
Because it's basically just Julia Hart with a beard.
Yeah. But yeah, this was really fun. I can't wait to see what happens, man. I'm going to be so happy when they come to Connecticut at the end of July. I am most likely going to be going to the Dynamite that happens at the TD Garden as well in Boston. So that's going to be really cool to see as well. I think the TD Garden is going to be a great venue for Dynamite. Like that. That's just going to be a great venue to see what that looks like. I already been in the TD Garden before. It's a great venue enough as it is, but having it be for like a pro wrestling show, that's going to be awesome. And then going to the XL Center again for a Collision, it's going to be fun times, man. Fun times. So, yeah. That was your Collision review. This is great. This is a great show. Nothing really to complain about. As of right now, this is episode 1. We gotta figure this out. we gotta continue on and see what things bring for Collision. But this is a really great start, and I can't wait to see what they do next.
Because I'm not going to be able to watch Collision next weekend because I'm going to be at a DCW show. I'll be at a DCW show during Collision.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna have Phil get mad at me for watching Collision at another promotions show.
God damn.
It's a one-time.
Also, they don't have a railing for me to prop my phone up to, so.
So his phone would just fall.
I wish the phone would fall. All right.
It's also just such a closed space, like. The wrestlers would be able to see me on my phone from the ring.
They would probably just take your shit and say, "You ain't watching."
I was gonna say, seeing as how they know me by name, and at least 2 of them have been on MEP's Off the Top Rope already. I can't do shit like that.
See, you shouldn't be doing that shit anyway, motherfucker.
I don't do it. I'm not that type of person. I don't do that.
All right, guys, let's get the fuck out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching Collision, the post show right here on OTB. Obviously, YouTube just fucking sucks, and they didn't do any notifications, because if they did, we wouldn't have actually had some people in the chat. YouTube just being YouTube. But we'll talk to you guys on Monday for the Monday Night Raw post show. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Another 3-hour episode of Monday Night Raw. Oh boy. Gotta get through it. Gotta get through it, but we'll figure it out. Yeah. We'll talk to you guys on Monday. Have a good rest of the night. Have a good Father's Day. Treat all your fathers well, okay? Please. For the love of God.
Phil. Tell Tony Khan I said Happy Father's Day.
What's up?
Tell Tony Khan I said Happy Father's Day.
I will. He'll probably be hanging out with his dad, but it's it's a whole dad on dad type of thing. I don't know what's gonna happen with the Khan family, but we'll see what happens.
They didn't invite you, man? Oh, that's crazy.
I'm not a dad, man. I'm not a dad. Not a dad, so it's kind of a thing. But wish all your fathers happy Father's Day, man. It's gonna be it's gonna be a day for them. Treat them well. Have a good rest of the night, guys. Stay safe. God bless. And if these 2 don't have anything else to say, I'm gonna get the hell out of here.
Happy Dad's Day.
There you go.
I was gonna say, all I'm gonna say is I'm gonna quote Nick Harrison with his tweet that he put out 4 hours ago. Christian Cage is the embodiment of what black grandmothers think an evil white man looks like. There you go.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. All right, guys. We'll talk to you on Monday for the Monday Night Raw post show. Stay safe. God bless. And we'll talk to you on Monday.